What is going on, everybody? Trash Panda back with another tier list. Today's tier list is going to be mythical Pokemon. Probably one of the coolest groups of Pokemon that the franchise has ever made. And that's what they're meant for. They're meant to be cool. They're meant to be powerful. And that's what we're going to rank them with, Sentimentality, power, and design. And listen, I won't let you know what my favorite is right now, because I don't want to spoil it, but I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. So a couple notes: leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, but also leave a comment letting me know what your favorite and least favorite mythical Pokemon are. If you like this, check out the other tier lists on my channel. I should have a playlist created. I didn't put it in my last one for some reason. Should have put it down in the description. It should be there this time around. So if you guys want to watch more tier lists, I got more of them. This one isn't streamed because I got some technical difficulties right now, but it should be fixed as soon as I possibly can, so I should be able to focus on getting a lot of these out, but I don't want to waste any more time. Without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Now, we should, okay. See, I tried doing this already, and my mic wasn't even attached to this screen, so a little bit of technical difficulties there. I'm looking at this camera like it didn't switch already. Anyway, so as you can see, we got our tiers: S, perfect; A, well above average; B, above average; C, average; D, hate it for one reason or another; and F, despise it, which might be very hard to get things into there, but who knows. We're gonna start off, we're starting off strong, with the god of Pokemon himself, Arceus. And I'll say it, Arceus is not that great of a Pokemon. Power-wise, obviously, he's like the best in the game, or something like that. I can't remember where he ranks. He's the literal god of Pokemon, right? So, and it can be any type. His power, just based on his power, we're going to put him to A tier. Design-wise, I think this thing is a little goofy looking. It's just a weird horse with the rings around it. I like it, though. Arceus, and not to mention, Arceus delivered us one of the best games in the entirety of the franchise. So we'll put Arceus into A tier. Celebi we're going to put into B tier. I think Celebi is, they call it an onion fairy, and I can totally see that. It's just, it feels too bland. It feels like too bland of a Pokemon. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Celebi. I like the way it looks, it runs around, I like its personality, but it's just a B tier Pokemon for me, and I'm not sorry. Darkrai, though, we're going to put into S tier. Darkrai is, the way they include him in the Pokemon series himself, how powerful he is, they had to literally nerf him. His signature ability, they had to nerf him. Well, I don't think they nerfed him. It's just more of Smeargle. And don't listen. Darkrai's S tier. Powerful, great design, scary. Oh my gosh, the thing is so sick. Deoxys. I think Deoxys is a little goofy looking, so we're going to put it into B tier. I do like its different forms, though. Don't get me wrong. Its different forms are pretty cool. I really like... I don't like the defense form. Sue me. It looks too clunky, but, it's a pretty nice design, pretty cool gimmick. I liked all that. Diancie, I'm going to put Diancie into C tier, because Diancie's just... I can't even really... It'll be hard to explain. I think its Mega is great, although it does look a lot like an actual chandelier, which maybe that's what they're trying to get after, who knows. But Diancie itself, it feels like it was unneeded, if that makes any sense. Diancie it feels like extra. It's just a deformed Carbink. There's nothing more to it. It's just a deformed Carbink. Alright, side note, because while I'm editing this, I just realized how crazy my hair is without the hat on. While I'm editing this, I'm trying to explain Diancie. It looks like a Carbink that has gotten off of steroids, if that makes sense. You know how the Liver King got exposed, and then he stopped taking all of his substances, and then you saw him videos later, and he's all red and whatnot? It's kind of like that, because, Carbink is blue. Now, take this, Diancie is a Carbink on steroids. Now it's off of the steroids, and its blue crystals turn pink or red, whatever you want to interpret it as, but it's still so swole. I don't know. It's just something to think about. More to it. It's just a deformed Carbink. So we're going to put it into C tier. Genesect, I always love Genesect. Not to mention its shiny is great. We're going to put Genesect into A tier. Not only is it one of the only... look in here. Yeah, it's the only bug Pokemon that's a mythical, which I think is cool. It's a steel bug. Look at this thing. You can put the different drives in it. It's super, super powerful. Its design is great. Shiny is great. Everything about it's great. So we're going to put that into A tier because it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Hoopa I'm going to put into F tier. I don't like Hoopa's personality. I think the Hoopa Unbound, or whatever the heck it's called, pretty sure I got it right, I think that's worthy of D. It brings it up to D tier. But the fact that this one exists and thinks it's goofy, but in reality it's just a nuisance to the entirety of the world, I don't like it. It's like one of those things. Why would you give a main character, in which Hoopa was a main character in a movie, why would you give the main character a terrible personality? You see it so much in games nowadays, but not only, this was, I'd say forever ago, 2016 or something like that. It wasn't, like, why? What do you gain from doing that? I don't understand. Jirachi we're gonna put into average. I think Jirachi is very much just an average. I do like it's a great support Pokemon. Sometimes it's a great attacker. It's got some amazing cards. I just don't feel like the design is enough to put it any higher. The design is really bland. It's kind of like Celebi, but I like Celebi more, right? So it's just bland, right? I think it's powerful in its own right when it needs to be. It's a bland design, right? So it is what it is. Keldeo I'm going to put into S tier. Now, Keldeo had a great personality, a great arc in the anime. It's very powerful, and not to mention, it's a mythical on top of a trio of legendaries. And I think Keldeo's so cool because I like the color clash. I like how powerful it is. It's a good Pokemon, okay? I really enjoy it. I can't even really explain. Like, there's just something about it that just, like, clicks in my head. Like, oh, man, I love this thing, if that makes any sense. So there's that. Magearna, I didn't hate Magearna. You know, we're gonna put Magearna into B tier because I think Magearna, I think the way that they designed it was pretty cool. Like, oh, we're gonna make a princess or maid or whatever the heck they designed it as. We're gonna make it out of metal and gears. Amazing, sick, and not to mention, I'll pop it up on the screen. It had like a special version that wasn't a shiny, but that was sick. That was sick. I won't lie. That was sick. Anyway. Manaphy, I'm gonna put Manaphy into A tier. No, it's just too bland. We're gonna put Manaphy into C tier. Its design literally is probably the worst part about it, and that's what brings it down so much. It's just like, what's the point? Like, you just made a giant blue blob, right? And speaking of which, blue blobs, we're gonna put Fiona into F tier because why is this a mythical? It literally has no purpose being a mythical. Mythicals, you should not be able to breed mythicals. Pause. You should not be able to breed with mythicals. Pause again. I just made it worse. Fiona is literally, like, useless. Completely useless. It's not even powerful. Manaphy goes up to C tier because of how powerful it is. It has Tail Glow. You use Tail Glow super early in the game, like when you get it. So there was one point, I can't even remember what it was. You get Tail Glow, like, really early. You got Manaphy really early. I can't even remember what it was. It might have been just, like, a fan game or something like that. But Tail Glow is insane. Tail Glow is insane. It's super powerful. That's why it's C tier. Despite, it would be D tier if it wasn't that powerful. Because its design is somewhat redeeming at that point. Fiona, on the other hand, makes no sense. Why? Like, just why, right? I don't get it. Marshadow, we're going to put into C tier. It's honestly worthy of D tier because I know. Let's pop up shiny comparison on the screen right now. Tell me which one's shiny. Hopefully I find one that's doesn't say it. Tell me which one is shiny. I mean, it had the potential to be fantastic. You know how they tell it's shiny? Is when it punches and the colors come up from the ghost. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it's cute. Which maybe in its own right deserves B or A tier. But its shiny is abysmal. And I can't stand it. Melmetal, I'm going to put into D tier. And Meltan, we're going to put into F tier. Now, Melmetal, I think, is just an ugly Pokemon. Sue me. I think it's an ugly Pokemon. Is it powerful? Yes, that's why it's not getting F tier. Melmetal is one of the stupidest looking things I've ever seen. And I've seen Fiona, right? Meltan, on the other hand, this is why I hate them. This is why I hate them. I'll explain it to you. I played Pokemon spit everywhere. I played Pokemon Go like crazy. for like 2 years. Meltan, you could only get from boxes, from transferring stuff from Pokemon home, and you had to catch 1,000,000 of them to evolve. And you're not even guaranteed a good one. You're not. It's so stupid. And not to mention, they were so hard to catch for no reason, because they're so tiny and they just jump everywhere. Oh my goodness. And Meltan's design isn't even redeeming. You look stupid. Is that a tail you have in the back? Why do you have a tail? You're a metal blob. Why do you have a tail? Is that your eye? I could punch that out. I could punch that eye right out. Okay? It just... Oh my gosh, man. Gets me triggered. I hate it. Meloetta we're going to put into B tier. I think Meloetta is a fantastic Pokemon. The design is great because, you know, the hair is designed after musical notes. I'm just thinking about how I just switched from complaining so quickly to talking fantastically. Sorry. Anyway, music notes as the hair. Beautifully designed Pokemon, and not to mention its fighting form is actually pretty cool. Not to mention it's also pretty powerful. I say not to mention all the flipping time, but I just like it's amazing. Not to mention. So it's it goes into B tier. Its design, the only reason it doesn't go into A tier is because its design is still a little bit bland. I think the design is clever and I think it's good, but that's why it's going to B tier. Mew. This might be a hot take, but I'm going to put Mew into C tier. I think Mew is just an average Pokemon. I don't know how most people feel about it. I think Mew is just an average Pokemon, and there's no reason that it should be any higher. Mew is literally probably one of the most bland Pokemon ever, other than probably Ditto. And that's no offense to Ditto. I like Ditto because Ditto's got a gimmick. What is Mew's gimmick? It can learn every move in the game. Congratulations. There's 8-year-olds out here who think Tackle is the best move in the game. Just because it can learn every move in the game, like, that means it's up to the imagination, and there's a lot of people who aren't smart out there. You know what I'm saying? Mew's gimmick is that it can learn everything. Fantastic. What's the point still? What's the point? For the quote-unquote most powerful Pokemon in the game, according to some people, it's not good. It's just not good. And I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like, listen, its cards are okay, but its cards aren't great. It's shiny. Don't get me wrong. Its shiny is fantastic. That's probably what saves it from D or F tier. It can learn every move in the game. Congratulations. Like, technically, Ditto can do the same if you teach all the moves to a Pokemon and it transforms, right? It's not solely by itself. So, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate Mew for some reason, but I think it's kind of cute. Its face, specifically, the rest of its body is annoying, and a shiny is a little bit redeeming. Shaman. I'm going to put Shaman into B tier, because I do like Shaman. I like its Sky form. Its Sky form isn't here, but I'll pop that onto the screen. I do like Shaman's Sky form. I do like this, whatever you call it, Gracidia, I think, or something like that. I do like that. I think they're all pretty cool. I don't know. Why wouldn't it go into A tier? Its shiny's pretty good. It goes into A tier because there's nothing that drops it down. It's cute and then it's fierce. It's powerful. Its shiny is great. Why doesn't it go into A tier? Why doesn't it go into S tier? Maybe because I just don't like the color scheme or something. I don't know. It doesn't go up that high. Now, speaking of S tier, we're going to put Victini into S tier because Victini is so cute. Victini is so powerful. I actually really like its shiny. It's very subtle, but it makes such a big difference. I like its shiny, super powerful, great design, and it's going to go into S tier because I love it so much. I don't know. I can't explain it all. I love it so much. Now, we're moving on. Goodness, this hat is tight. Oh my goodness. We're moving on. We're going to put Volcanion into F tier. Genuinely one of the worst designs in the game. For a water fire type, I think it was our first water fire type, they really dropped the ball. It was part of my language, but it was it sucked. I can't stand it. Its cards aren't even that good. Its shiny's okay, but it's not even enough to redeem it out of the F tier spot. I hate it so much. Zarude, I'm going to put Zarude into B tier because it has a good character, it's got a good arc, and I think it's powerful. I really like it. Its design is super simple, but still not simple enough that it's like bland, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna go up to B tier. Zeraora is also going to go into S tier. I love Zeraora, and I can tell you why. It's so cool. It's so powerful. Design is great. Shiny is impeccable. Unfortunately, I've never gotten the opportunity to have it, but it's amazing. I love the cards it has, too. I'll pop like 2 cards on the screen with Zeraora on it. 2 cards I've had. One of them I think I still have. Amazing cards. And I love Zeraora. I think it's a great Pokemon. Okay? So, that's going to be it for this tier list. We got... Actually, I think this is genuinely factually correct. I don't think anybody will disagree. But that's not up to me. That's up to you guys. You guys let me know what I dropped the ball on. What did I miss? What was a wrong ranking? What was a good ranking? And that's going to be it for me. I should be getting more of these out hopefully soon. And that's good. That's going to be it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go have a great rest of mine. That's going to be it. Peace.